Hello, my name is Artur Cevik. Welcome to third part of the tutorial Tcl Squig, developing environment for Tcl language. In this tutorial I will talk about version control system of this tool and also of a repository. This developing tool has a built-in and very tight integrated version control system. Every change you made is saved in the same time you accept this change is saved in control system. You don't need to ask the control system to store something. It is done automatically. I will show it. If I change the method, this method was also stored, and there's possibility to see another edition of these methods. I can see it was changed. Now this red method, it is current version and it was the previous version, and I can load the previous version again. Or some common functionality is I save something and I want to make some test, and then I can switch back to the previous edition, load previous. My change was deleted. Okay, it was about additions of methods. The same you have also on class and components level, because this version control system follow the structure of your code. And what is the difference about additions and versions? Addition are just some items that are different in the time, and versions are additions that are target, that cannot be changed. Maybe I show it with this concept. I can make a version of the class. So it means something like tag. Set a tag so it's fixed, or make a tag branch in this SVN. I version it. One difference is that I see it is black now. It is here in upper area. I see it's versioned, and it means that this versioned class cannot be changed. This version is fixed. If I make a change, the system will create new edition of this class. It is black, and now I see it is edition is counted up 1.3. You can see even in version control editions I've already created some of them. There are many editions. This one, it means it is versioned, and this is open, and I can even browse changes between two editions of this class. I can see this methods who was changed and there is differences in this line. What I can also do on this level is to set some information about this version, about this edition. I can see this is the number, but now I can see this bracket I can write my play edition, so I can make a label with text for it. And also I can do it the same of component. I can have many editions of component. Let's do it. Let's create a version, or let's make version of it, version it. I have information that were unversioned object in it. I can version it all. I will version it, and now I can. It is black, so it's versioned. And if I make a change, another change, there will be some dialog. Okay, this component is versioned. Should it be, will be created new addition for it? Okay, it is. I say yes. So now this component is blue. It's mean there is open edition, and I can see there is two versions in it. I can also browse the changes, so I can see there is change in this class, this methods, and what this was changed. What about using repository? The one important functionality is how to load something and unload from the repository, and for it you can use from unload. There is the menu item unload component. So this component is removed. All classes are removed for interpreter. You cannot use it, but it is still in the repository. It's persistent, and you can load it again by this menu item. You have see what components are already in the repository. You can find your component. You can select the edition. You can see this one is, there are two of them, and I can load it. And now I can see there is exactly my class, so I can load and unload my component. If you want to have component as Tcl code, you need to export it. So there is possibility to export save component to file, and in this, if you use it, your component will be, I will not do it, will be saved in file, and it looks like a Tcl package, so you can use it from another Tcl programs. The built-in repository of Tcl Squig works quite good, but it's one of the biggest drawbacks of it. It is not distributed. It is only for one user, and it is also not distributed in World Wide Web. The same problem has also Tcl environments, and the solution for it that I have also used is to make a file-based representation of repository, to export repository to file. And because if you have this repository in file, you can use your preferred regular version control system. It is file-based version control system. For example, Git or for example SVN. And there is a possibility to export your repository as file tree. File tree is this special representation of repository where it is the same that is on GitHub, and if you do it, you have some GitHub functionality. You can public in web. You can also have merging, and GitHub offers you very advanced functionality to handle branches and merging. So for individual work, you will use this built-in repository that is powerful enough for using. But if you want to distribute your code, work with another people to merge, we will probably export this repository to file system and make this job on file system. In this tutorial I have talked about additions, about versions, about version control system of component browser, of TickleSqueak. In the next part I will talk about some extended functionality of this tool, about syntax checking, about searching code, about navigating in code.